If you are stuck, struggling, maybe even clueless about what to do, about how to change your life, I'm going to share with you 4 things that you can do today that are actually actionable, that can make a real difference in terms of unlocking something new for you, okay? So the first thing that we need to do is just say to ourselves, we have to mean this, it's okay. Like, it's okay that I feel like shit, that I feel terrible, that it's just, I don't know, it's just nothing's working for me. It's okay. Because so much of the time, our resistance to what's happening keeps it in place and then creates this momentum with the belief system about our lives that it's always going to be this way. I hate this feeling. And it's, interestingly enough, our resistance or our hatred or our dislike of something, if we feed it, it actually keeps that thing close to us because we're resisting it, right? We spend so much time saying, I hate feeling this way. I wish I didn't feel this way, right? And this is the way we're feeling. We keep it close to us as opposed to, it's okay, I'm feeling this way. I was just feeling this way the other day. I was feeling kind of lonely, kind of down. I've had this amazing experience with my spiritual master the last couple of weeks, and I was kind of by myself, and the experience of my life compared to being with my spiritual master, let's just say it's mundane. So I have to generate it and create meaning and passion and projects and things for my life in order to keep that high vibe going for myself, right? So this is especially relevant for me because I use this every day when I'm feeling kind of down or struggling or I don't know what to do. It's okay. Always the first thing that we can do, it's okay. It releases and untethers us from that challenging emotional experience, right? We relax into it. Now, again, it's not like relaxing into it and not doing anything about it, but just, it's okay. It's okay, right? And so what will happen then, as soon as we have that desire to feel differently and then practice that it's okayness, is that life and its glory will bring us opportunities to break free from that. And that will take ownership, it'll take action, and it will take courage. And I define courage as vulnerability in the face of fear. Yeah. So the second step is to take ownership. So take ownership for how we got ourselves in that place, emotionally or situationally, whatever it is. Do whatever you can to take a massive amount of unending, pure ownership around how you got in this situation. Now, people may have done all these different things to you. Things have happened to me in that way where people have done things to me. And what's fascinating is that as I take on this lens of life that I have created, everything that happens in me and to me from the outside world, it's really for me, but to me, let's say, that it frees up this world of like, oh my gosh, so how did I create that? Now, it's tricky because one has to practice curiosity around like, okay, so maybe I created this. How? And as soon as we start pulling the thread of the how and asking that question, we will start to see how some aspect of ourselves created this situation. Now, if we can't see it, and I can't see, honestly, for myself, how I've created every situation in my life, especially the unpleasant ones. The nice ones are easier to take credit for, right? But the unpleasant ones, they're harder to take credit for, and I can't see how I created them. But I can see that it's possible and that I did. And I'll take this essentially like a blind ownership for it. I'll give you a quick little story. So yesterday, it's in rainy season here in Naples, and I was just feeling kind of down and honestly a little prickly. I was a little lonely, but it was fine because I practice this a lot, right? And it's just kind of like it's okay. It's all right. I'm just going to go through my life. I'm going to Costco, getting these like massive bags of organic blueberries for my smoothie. Here's my green smoothie. My friends joke that I'm like 20% smoothie because I drink so much of these. Anyway, I'm going to Costco. And I'm coming out and it's down. I hear someone saying, it's downpouring. I forgot my umbrella. So this time of the year in Naples, it just rains. Heavy rain. It's so awesome, actually. So I'm in Costco. I have this giant cart of items. I also forgot my grocery bags, right? So this is such a first world problem, by the way, but it speaks to something you'll see here in a minute. So I'm standing out there with my cart. I'm there. There's probably like 20 other people there with carts. They're all waiting for the rain to subside or for someone to drive their car around. And I'm kind of waiting there for a minute, checking some emails, taking care of some things. And I'm like, you know what? It's not going to change. I'm just going to get soaked and do it, right? So I walk out there. I kind of enjoy like getting wet in a way, but it's also uncomfortable. And then my shoes start kind of sliding around. It's kind of it's what I thought was going to be an enjoyable experience quickly is becoming not an enjoyable experience. Ever happened to you? I'm sure it did. Has. Anyway, so I get in my car. Things are soaked. Fine. It's great. I am practicing and not trying. I am practicing enjoying it. Right. I'm like, this is kind of cool actually. So I get out there. It's a total downpour. I pull out my cart. Everything's getting soaked. The trunk's getting soaked. I'm thinking about how am I going to get the trunk dry? It's humid. Fine. All right. It's fine. It's okay. I'm practicing, right? So I'm putting things in there. Then my automatic trunk closes on my head. You can see my little gash there. And my head starts bleeding. I can't tell because I'm just covered in rain. I'm completely soaked, right? So I'm putting things away in the car. I'm like, ow! I kind of giggle. I'm not actually happy, but I'm like, this is wild. Okay. It's downpouring. I'm putting things. The groceries are soaked. The trunk is soaked. But it's fine, right? That's what I'm saying to myself. It's okay. It's okay. So I bring my cart back and I'm just like, my head hurts. And I bring it back and everyone's kind of looking at me and I was like, I'm soaked and I don't know what there is to look at. I bring my cart back and I look in the mirror and I've just got blood streaming down the side of my face. And my first thought was, why didn't anyone tell me? And I'm like, wow, that's kind of shocking. And I was honestly a little upset. Like there was like 20 people there. Why didn't somebody say, hey, are you okay, sir? You're bleeding from the head. I was kind of like, what the heck, people? I was kind of frustrated about that. So I come home and I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I practice. It's okay. I'm kind of laughing at myself. I'm kind of enjoying just being soaked and being liberated. It's fine. Get back and my neighbor passes me and he's like, oh my gosh, sir, are you okay? And I was like, oh, why? He's like, you have blood coming out of your head. You might need stitches. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. I think I'm okay. I'll go look at it myself. And he was genuinely concerned. So what's fascinating about this little story, my first world problem here, is that I created the situation that I didn't really know I was creating around people kind of ignoring me. I don't know. Maybe they were intimidated. Maybe they're like, this guy's a mess. Maybe they're like, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. Who knows? But then I created the situation of this really kind gentleman who I'd never met before, a neighbor, came up to me and approached me and asked me what it, like in this caring way. Now, both of those were a reflection of something inside of myself, right? And I can take ownership for both. People ignored me. Maybe I was presenting myself in a certain way. Who knows? There's some aspect of humanity also that just ignores hard things, obviously, right? But like, do I let myself get super bothered by that? No. I practice, right? I do get bothered, as you can see, as I've shared with you. But do I practice being something better and giving the world a compelling reason? That's not really why I do it. I do it really for me to create a good life and to bring that out into the world, not to change the world. But I play a small role, right? So that was number 2. That was a very long number 2. Take ownership for how we got ourselves there and what we can do to shift. The third thing is taking action as the person that we want to become. And as I've said before, practice, don't try. Try to eliminate, no, don't try. Oh, this is good. This is good, actually. Eliminate the word try. That was a good one, huh? Eliminate the word try from your vernacular, from your vocabulary, right? And insert the word practice as something I've been doing. Because I'll say it sometimes. It's everywhere. Oh, I tried to do that. I tried to call you. I didn't actually try to call you. I called you. You didn't pick up. It's fine, right? And then anytime that I used to say I'm trying, practice. I'm practicing. Because practicing is actually something that happens in real time. Trying is like, if I try to pick this up. You're not trying to pick it up. You either pick it up or you don't pick it up. And if you're practicing picking it up, look, I just practiced picking it up, right? It's the top to my smoothie. All right, so even with ineffective strategies, when we're taking an action, even if we have a strategy that doesn't produce results, something will happen if we're aware. Failing is an action. Failing is practice. Own what we've done and what we can do, and just keep practicing. Knowledge is useless without action. This great teacher that I study with taught me this. Knowledge isn't power. The activation of knowledge, the use of knowledge is power. And the practice of knowledge is power, right? So number 3, action. Number 4, courage. Courage, as I define it, is vulnerability in the face of fear. Put ourselves out there. Do something. And do it with our heart. Because here's the thing. If we take action and our heart's not in it, we'll become less effective. That's the strategy that doesn't really work, but it's still something. The trick is, or the catch could be, is that you take a lot of action, your heart's not in it, you're not aware of the results that you're getting, and you're not taking ownership, then people stop taking action, or they take the same action expecting a different result. Or they expect the same result, which is one that they are not getting, which has them create this belief system about themselves. It's very limiting. And then they get into this whole cycle and they start struggling again, right? So practice being courageous, which means being vulnerable when there are compelling reasons not to. Everything that you could want in your life, I'm telling you this because I am on the path of getting all the things I've ever wanted in my life, in every facet of my life. Relationship, I have a fantastic relationship, the best relationship in my life. One with a spiritual master, well, number 1, with myself. And I thought it was going to be with a romantic partner, but it turned out to be with myself. Number 2, with a spiritual master, and I have this amazing community around me, right? Now, it's taken some time to create this life, but it can be done, and you got this.